All right. Nadia says 13 plus negative 36 is the opposite of 13 plus 36. Okay. Oops, what happened? Is she correct? Well, opposite means they're additive inverses, right? So I see negative 36 and I see positive 36. So maybe, but I need to do the math to make sure she's actually correct. So different signs, subtract. Bigger number on top, don't worry about signs yet. 23, I have more negatives. So negative 23. If the other answer is positive 23, then she's right. So what is 13 plus 36? Not 23. It's 49. Okay? So Nadia is incorrect. Explain. Because negative 23 is not the opposite of 49. She would only be right if she was starting from 0. If you start from any other number than 0, you're not going to end up with opposites, okay? The sum of 6.7 and a number is negative. I'm just going to write that out. 6.7 plus something is negative something. What's the possible value that could go in these parentheses, okay? Oh, sorry, 6.7. Well, let's see. If this is going to end up negative, I'm going to see what would get me to 0, okay? So if I start with 6.7, the 0 pair is negative 6.7. So if I need to end up with something negative, I need my negatives to be more than negative 6.7. So this equals 0. So the number being added has to be less than, right? Further away from 0 to the left, has to be less than negative 6.7. And then they said, what's a possible value? So they want me to give them a number. So for example, negative 8, negative 7. You couldn't say negative 6 because that's greater than negative 6.7. So going to the left, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10, all of those numbers work. You can even put negative 6.8, right? That would also get you a negative. Number 6, they just want us to know, is the sum going to be positive or negative? Well, for A, I have more negatives. So, oops, just kidding. I have more positives. Sorry. I have more positives. For B, this is negative 4.20. I mean positive, geez, and negative 4.25. I have more negatives. This is a 0 pair. I'm left with a negative. That's like negative 40, and that's negative 4. I have more negatives. So B, C, and D are all negative. The last one, find the sum, show your work. They're both negative. They're both negative. So you add. Forget the signs, you add. If you're going to do it with fractions, you're going to get a mixed number. You're going to have to convert. So I don't recommend it, but you would get this. You cannot leave it like this. 11/10 is 1 and 1/10. You're going to add that to your 4 to get 5 and 1/10, or decimals, and it's negative. You have negative 1.3. You're adding to that negative 3.8. Their signs are the same, so we add. That's 11. That's 5. I keep their sign. Okay? Either way is right. You will not get full credit for this, though. You would have to convert it. So the decimal, there's no converting to do. Well, I guess in the beginning, huh? You have to turn them into decimals. But either one, is correct. It is now time for your exit ticket. Show work on paper. Put your answers in the Google form.